Hey guys, I hope you all are doing well. I wanted to come on here. I've been trying to get on here all day. Then my son was being loud, so I was not able to get on as early as I wanted to, but I'm here. Um, Let me type in what we're talking about this evening. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to be talking about signs that you need to detox. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. How are you all doing this evening? Hello, hello, welcome. Happy Monday to you. Thank you. Plus, where's my plus sign? Welcome, welcome. I'm trying to type in what we're going to talk about. And I want to remind everyone that our spring group detox program starts 1 week from today. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm going to go ahead and pin that. Pin. Alrighty. So, hey you guys. Hey Kayla. Hey Tiffany. Hey Felicia. All right. So I'm going to try to be as quick as I can possibly be. I've been trying to get on here all day. I had a full day of work, orders to pack, ship, tea to make, all kinds of stuff. So I'm finally here. And I want to talk about some signs that you need to detox. So I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Nicole Brantley. I'm affectionately known as the womb therapist. And I help women who have fibroids, PCOS, endometriosis, those who have trouble conceiving, take the option of hysterectomy and other surgeries off of the table and truly get to the root of their healing. A large part of the work that I do is to help you address your emotional baggage, right? Because for everything that we're presenting with physically, there is an emotional root tied back to that thing, right? And so we want to address that. We want to talk about what that is. And there are many things that people think are not a big deal and they leave them unaddressed. They have this wait and see method. They have this, well, my doctor told me that it's not bothering me right now, so don't bother it. That is the wrong approach to take to your health, right? We don't wait for dis-ease to happen. We don't wait for dis-ease to fester, because that's exactly what happens. It's an accumulation of waste that builds up. So if you have cysts present, if you have pain somewhere, if you have certain things going on in your body and you just wait and see, delete the wait and see clause from your life in all areas of your life, right? Because think about when we're planting vegetables, right? We don't wait and see. We know that they're going to grow, because what do? We plant the seed, we water the seed, we make sure it's in the sun. We're intentional about it sprouting and coming to be. So we have to do that in all areas of our life. Okay. So I just want to say that. And I have a friend who always says this. She says, listen to your body's whispers so that you don't have to hear them, so you don't have to hear it scream. And I forget who the original author or quote that person who that comes from, but listen to your body's whispers so you don't have to hear it scream, because our body's always giving us warning signals. It's always letting us know that something isn't right. For example, pain. Pain is a request for change. Pain is also where there's a ton of acid present, where you need to neutralize acid and start to rehydrate your body, right? Pull back on the things that are acidic. Do things that are more alkalizing. So, signs you need to detox. And I want to say this, disease is not caught. It is created. Because a lot of people, and especially when I was on Clubhouse, I used to get in, people used to be very upset with me because I held them accountable for their dis-ease. You are the person putting things in and out of your mouth, are you not? Right? So you are the person who can control whether you get dis-ease or not. There are things in the environment that we can't control, but you are in more control than you know as far as your diet and your lifestyle is concerned. You don't have to drink. You don't have to smoke. You don't have to get surgery. You don't have to eat meat. You don't have to eat dairy. You have choices, right? We all do. And those decisions that we make every single day, day in and day out, are what leads us to where we are today. Today, who you are, as you are, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of the things, is a culmination of the decisions that you've made up until now. Period. Okay? So, and the other thing is a surgeon can cut out everything except for cause. So there are way too many women getting hysterectomies. It's not the answer. It's not the solution. Does it stop the bleeding? Yes. But did you address the root issue? No. So now we're dealing with all these prolapses. Now we're dealing with incontinence. Now it's going to the next inherently weak space and wreaking havoc there. And now you're dealing with something else. And now they want to take you under the knife for something else. Let's learn to listen to our body's whisper so that we don't have to hear it scream, because we're creating the inner war. We're creating whatever is going on internally by what we are putting in our bodies, the chemistry that we are putting in our mouths. Okay, so I want to talk about a few ways that you know that it's time to detox, or signs that you need to be detoxing. Constipation. So many Americans are constipated. So many people in general are constipated because they eat a very constipating diet. Things that are not easy to pass through the colon. Things that get stuck along the colon wall, right? So many people only poop once a day, or they poop every other day. That is constipation. You know, you don't have to be sitting and straining and being on the toilet for 30 minutes for it to be considered constipation. It's when you go once or less a day, that's constipation, especially if you've been eating all day long, whether that's raw foods, cooked foods, or a combination of both. You should be using the bathroom after you consume food, period. The more hydrating your diet, the more you speed up bowel elimination time, the more you're going to see things move out of your body, okay? You eat a meal, 30 minutes to an hour later, you're pooping. And that's what we want to see. We want to be so hydrated that we see our bowel elimination time speed up to that. That means that your colon is in good health. Things are moving and flowing as they should. Now, there are people who, when I say, okay, that sounds like constipation, they're like, oh, I'm not constipated, I go every day. Let me reframe that for some people, because some people eat so much, right? And their colon is so full and so stuffed that when they eat, they have to push out a meal because there's no room for it otherwise, right? And so we can determine that sometimes, because not everybody that has a colon full of poop has a distended belly. But if you have a really large belly and whenever you eat, you have to poop, or if your gallbladder has been removed and you have to poop, that's because your body no longer has the ability to break down fats and it has to get rid of it really quickly, okay? So if you have a distended belly, that really means that you're sick. And you really need to take your health much more serious. Because if you allow that to go unaddressed, if you don't do the things to help your stomach to go down, if you don't do the things to clean up your colon and eliminate the waste that's sitting there, the new fecal matter, the old fecal matter, you are setting yourself up for all kinds of things. Colitis, diverticulitis, which is just simply inflammation of. And then eventually colon cancer. It is no coincidence that so many people have colon cancer today, right? It's because of all of the poop that they have sitting in their colon. It's because of how malabsorbed they are, okay? I'll answer that question in just a second. So many people are constipated, one poop a day or less, because they're not eating enough fruits and vegetables, because they're eating a constipating diet, a diet that's way too high in fats and oils and protein and starches and grains, and not enough fruits and vegetables and juices and smoothies, okay? So that's one way. Another way to determine that, another sign that you need to detox is allergies, right? Allergies simply mean that you have a stagnant lymphatic system. Your sewer system that takes out the trash is backed up from head to toe. So if you have seasonal allergies, if you have allergies to certain foods, whatever kind of allergies they are, it is a result of your lymphatic system being stagnant. Okay? So you have to change the chemistry that you're bringing into your body. I know people who, when they eat a meal, they begin to wheeze immediately after. Upper respiratory issues, clogged sinuses. You have to clean up your body from head to toe. Period. And so for those of you who are interested in cleaning your colon and cleaning your body from head to toe and cleansing your head cavity so that you can reverse allergies and some of the other things that I'm going to name, this is where joining the full Body Detox Program comes into play. You have to get rid of that accumulation of waste. You should be detoxing 4 times a year at minimum, in my opinion. But I know that people will not do that. So if you detox once a year, kudos to you. Twice a year, great. 3 times a year, even better. But 4 times a year, if you detox for 30 days with each season, that is how you maintain health. That's how you get your body to a healthy state. And then once it's there, you help yourself to maintain that healthy state. But you have to constantly be cleansing because we live in a very toxic world and we can't avoid the toxins that we come into. We can't avoid them spraying the chemtrails in the sky. We can't avoid that. Right? We can't avoid some of the chemicals that they're putting in the ground, in the foods, the pesticides, the herbicides, all of the things. Some of that stuff you just can't wash off. You just can't soak off, right? So there are things that we can't avoid, but the things that you can, you want to. This is where personal responsibility comes in at. Because it's easy to say, well, we're going to die of something. I get that all the time. Okay? Like I just roll my eyes because yeah, we are. But we can have a great quality of life if we're here, right? And that's a personal choice. I choose to sow into my health. That's where a lot of my money goes, but that's my personal choice because that's my priority. That's what's important to me. And I understand that for everybody, their health isn't that important for them. And that's okay. But my thing is, don't make it somebody else's emergency when you get a diagnosis, when you now have a dis-ease because you chose to respond or react, right? Or you waited for sickness to invite wellness when you could have been proactive because it's much cheaper and it's much easier on the body, right? Personal choices. So nobody's here to judge, but think about that. Ponder on that. So allergies, they're a sign that you need to detox, especially now. If you're dealing with the pollen and it's taking you out, that shouldn't be taking you out. It's a sign that you need to detox. It's a sign of an accumulation of waste built up within your body. So detox is going to help you with reversing that. Detox is going to help you with regenerating your body. Another sign of detox is eczema or any other skin conditions, rashes, psoriasis, rosacea, urticaria, you name it. Whatever skin issues that people have, you want to know what's happening? The acid and the fungus, especially if you have an itch, is leaving through your skin, which is considered your 3rd kidney because your other 2 kidneys are not filtering as they should because acid has shut them down. Things are not moving and flowing as they should. Your kidneys are responsible for moving uric acid from your body. If nothing's moving, then things are backing up, okay? And so your skin's gonna be like, oh, we need to help this person out here. Let's push this through. And this is where acne comes in, and this is where scarring comes in, and this is where, what people call crater face, where people look like they have holes in their skin, is coming from. It's acid changing the composition of your cellular makeup, and you're seeing it on the outside. Okay, so eczema is a sign that you need to detox. Dandruff is a sign that you need to detox because dandruff is acid leaving through your scalp. So if you have a very itchy scalp, that is acid and fungus because fungus is the itch. How do we get high fungal loads in our body? By improperly pairing foods. period. If you keep eating fast moving foods behind slow moving foods, if you keep pairing fruits with other meals, if you're pairing melons with other fruits, if you're pairing starches and proteins like rice and beans and chicken and the coating from the from the flour, if you're doing, you name it, fish with a batter on it because you fried it, all of those things are improperly paired. Hot dog and buns, sandwich meat and bread. Pretty much the standard American diet. Anywhere your protein, I know people like my rice and my beans. Yeah, that's an improper food combination. And whenever you do that, or let's say that you eat oatmeal and you put fruit in it, that's an improper fruit combination. Eat your fruit first because oatmeal is very slow digesting. Your fruit is going to digest in 18 to 20 minutes. And then it causes a combustion where your blood sugar levels, your blood alcohol levels all rise, and it leaves behind a fungal load, leaves behind candida. So part of this full body detox that we're going to be getting into starting next Monday, May 15th, at the end of the detox, we do a fungus and a parasite cleanse for the last 10 days in the form of a capsule, right? So that's all part of it because we have all of these moving parts. We have all of these organs and glands that need to be cleansed, and we need to target all of them. The liver, the kidneys, the adrenals, like the overall nervous system. We get into everything. Okay, we're cleaning up the heavy metal poisoning and the heavy metal toxicity for those of you who are heavy seafood eaters. I watched a documentary yesterday that was so disturbing. What was it called? It's on Prime. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's called We're Eating Ourselves to Extinction. Oh my gosh. And they were talking about how the underworld kingdom, the oceans and the fish and all of this mercury and all these other metals that are in the water that these fish are living in. They talked about salmon being man-made, and if you watch that, you probably never eat salmon again. But you need to hear and you need to see that stuff so that you are aware and you're not living in ignorant bliss. Because a lot of these things are preventative, but because we don't know, we don't do better. So do yourself a favor and watch that. So eczema, dandruff, and other skin conditions are signs that you need to detox, that you need to open up elimination channels. And I'm going to talk about the elimination channels in just a second. So this is why I'm so big on living a lifestyle of detox, doing things every single day to bring your body into good health, eating lots of fruit, eating vegetables. Okay. Digestive issues is another sign that you need to detox. So many people have digestive issues. So many people have gastroparesis, which I didn't learn until I came into. I'm like, what is that? Right? Your peristalsis is not even active. The thumping, the moving along down your esophagus for your food to chug and move down so that it can properly go through the channels of digestion, absorption, utilization, and elimination. It's not happening. Sitting in your chest. Once it gets to your stomach, sitting there because you don't have the hydrochloric acid to break it down. You have to wait for parasitic activity to come through and help you break it down. So you're looking bloated, you're feeling blah. You're improperly pairing foods. And you have ruined the gut microbiome. Your stomach acids are not working like they should because we're eating these poor, standard, sad American diets. So if nothing changes, nothing's going to change. We have to change the chemistry that we're bringing into our bodies. So if you have any kind of digestive issues, heartburn, acid reflux, any of the things, first of all, you're dealing with clutching fear. What are you afraid of? What are you griping and complaining about? From the emotional perspective, what is that for you? Because that also needs to be addressed. But then you also need to address that you're probably bringing in a lot of cooked tomato sauce, okay? A lot of nightshade foods, possibly eggplant, possibly peppers, things of that nature that irritate the GI tract, especially if it's already inflamed. So, digestive issues, you need to be doing a full body detox. You need to be soothing your GI tract. You need to be soothing the mucosa that's along your GI tract. You need to be cleaning off the colon walls so that you're properly absorbing and utilizing your food. A lot of us are malabsorbed. Okay? So again, another sign that you need to detox, you're always bloated. Anything you eat, anything you drink makes you bloated. Again, that goes back to improper food combining, which a lot of the time bloating is also accompanied by gas. And that's because of the food not properly breaking down because you don't have the proper gastric acids in your stomach to break things down. All right. So bloating is another one. Bloating and gas, signs that you need to detox. Chronic fatigue, always tired. I don't care how much sleep you get, you still feel sluggish, you still feel tired, you still feel exhausted. That's a problem, right? Lots of problems going on, specifically some gut issues, specifically some adrenal gland issues. So you need to address both of them, but you have to give your digestive system a rest. You have to start cleaning up your body internally. When you clean up that internal terrain, healing can become very simple. We make it hard, okay? Because we roll our eyes and we huff and puff because we don't want to give up what we don't want to give up because we're addicted to the chemicals that are heavily laced in our foods. And that's what keeps us coming back. You go to Chick-fil-A on a Monday, you want them again on Wednesday, you want them again on Friday, you want to keep going back because it's chemically laden, right? I want you guys to look that up. Go look up how many chemicals are in a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Go and look up how many chemicals are in Chick-fil-A French fries. Go and look up how many chemicals are in Wendy's French fries, right? There's somebody by the name of Vani. She goes by Food Babe. Go and look up her stuff. She's done extensive research on a lot of this stuff. Go look how many chemicals are in a Wendy's French fry. Chick-fil-A French fry, Chick-fil-A sandwich is going to give you all the scoop on all the fast food joints, KFC, all the whole nine, right? But do that for yourself. Go look that up and then report back to me and let me know what you found. All right, you can shoot me a DM. So another thing is when we are always hungry, in the pantry, just came out of the pantry, back in the pantry, in the refrigerator, looking for stuff, you're just scouring everything, always hungry. That is a sign that you are malnourished. What you are eating is not satiating for you. It doesn't have any macro or micronutrients. So you're starving, literally, literally, because you're not getting any nutrients. The body needs nutrition in order to thrive and survive. Not protein, nutrition, like from your fruits and your vegetables, okay? Vitamins, minerals, trace minerals, things of that nature. So when you're always hungry, you are not nourished. Dead giveaway. So detoxing is a great way to help you to get nourished because my program, right, specifically that requires a kit, is going to allow you to get your macro and your micronutrients. It's going to allow you to feed your tissue. It's going to help you with brain fog, mental clarity, sleeping well at night, like all of the things that you're not getting, being out of pain, checking your inflammation, all of the things because of how it's going to give you such nutrition, right? On a level that you can't even imagine. So I'll tell you about my experience quickly. Before I took what's known as the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, I was very high raw. That's how I ate most of my day. And then I would end most nights with a cooked veggie meal. Some nights I would skip it and still have something raw. But I was always tired. I'm like, I've been doing this for years. I was on all of the botanicals, okay? Like I have done tinctures and herbs and herbal teas. I was doing all of the things and I was still tired. It wasn't until I did the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation and guess what? Repaired my gut that things begin to change, that the chronic fatigue began to go away. And why? Because all of the fruits and vegetables, first of all, our soils are depleted, right? A juice fast and juices can do but so much for you, right? They can't correct gut health. You need a little bit of assistance with that. So all of these moving parts, all of these things that I thought was working wasn't. But when I corrected my gut, I had psoriasis on my left foot since I was a kid. That was the first time that something even touched that, right? I had foot doctor appointments when I was a little kid. They gave me all kinds of cream. Nothing worked. Nothing worked. But when I corrected my gut with the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Kit, that's a part of my full body detox program, gone. Gone. Tiredness, fatigue, gone. Okay. So when your body is nourished and your body gets what it needs, and you're actually getting good deep REM sleep, and you're giving your body all of this great micro and macro nutrition, the greens are sprouted, right? The fruit is grown in non-GMO soil, when dehydrated, all enzymes intact, like all of the things. That level of alkalinity is unmatched. Okay. And I'm speaking from personal experience. So I'm not telling you to go out here and do something that I've not done and that I don't continue to do, because those are staples in my everyday life. I place an order every single month for things that I have to have, period. So to quickly recap signs that you need to detox, we talked about the accumulation of waste in your body. We talked about pain being a request for change. It's time to do something different. When you're in pain, your body's requesting change. That's your body's language saying, hey, hold up over here. We need your attention. I need your attention. I need you to change something that you're doing, because what you're doing is not working. Allergies. Remember, allergies is a stagnant lymphatic system. So if you have seasonal allergies, if you have food sensitivities, if you have whatever kind of allergies with the seasons changing, all of those things, you are backed up from head to toe. Your lymphatic system is not moving, and detox is going to be the thing that helps you to reverse your allergies. Okay? Constipation. If you're pooping once or less than once a day, like every other day, you are constipated. Period. You want to speed up bowel elimination time, detox is going to help you do that. You eat, you poop, you eat, you poop, you eat, you poop. If you eat 3 times a day, you should be pooping 3 times a day. Okay? Living a lifestyle of detox is what's going to help you here. But if you have eczema, dandruff, skin conditions, digestive issues, bloating, fatigue, and chronic fatigue, all signs that you need to detox, right? You're always hungry, which means you're malnourished. You need to detox. You need to be on this nourishing protocol. You need to be giving your body food that it requires, the food that the human species needs for your physiology. It's not shrimp. It's not fish. It's not chicken. It's not rice. It's not beans. Though everything that I just named is dead. And you cannot get life from death. Period. So this is why you have to eat live foods. This is why the program is set up the way that it is, right? And the body can only function as well as you fuel it. How are you fueling your body? If you put trash, or if you put canola oil, or you put sugar in your tank, what's going to happen? The tank of your car. Where are you going? Nowhere fast. And it's the same thing with this vessel. If you continue to feed it garbage, if you can continue to feed it trash, and you continue to do the things that it does not like you to do, it is going to break down. It is not going to move. Okay? If you don't give it that regular oil change, aka detox, it is going to break down. Eventually, your body will sit you down. Okay? So the body can only function as well as you fuel it. How are you fueling your body? Are you giving it life, or are you giving it death? Dead animals, meat, dairy, animal products, constantly fried foods, constantly processed foods, a bunch of soy. Right? I was on one of my friends' lives earlier, and her guest was saying how she was shrinking her own fibroids, right? Which kudos to her, by going plant-based. But in the beginning, before she understood what was happening, she made her fibroids grow. Why? Because she went plant-based but was eating everything soy. Everything was soy. Soy will grow your fibroids so fast your head will spin. That is why soy should not be in your diet. Because guess what? It's giving you more estrogen than you need, 1. And 2, from this country, it's GMO. It's genetically modified. So that's why you shouldn't be eating it. And it's in a lot of stuff that's in your aisles in the grocery store. Anything on the shelf pretty much has soy, wheat, and milk in it. How do I know? Because when my son had all of his allergies back when he was a baby, I couldn't shop in the aisles for him. I had to shop the perimeter. And I know that wasn't the best choice because our soils are depleted, but it was better than shopping the aisle. It was better than giving him something out of a box or a can or a bag, right? That is processed food. And processed food does not equal nutrition most of the time. And I'm not saying that there aren't better kinds of snacks that you can give your kids or cleaner ingredients, but it's still in a box or a bag and you want to keep it to a minimum. Okay. So again, the body can only function as well as you fuel it. Okay. This is what I also want to say to the ladies out here suffering with heavy periods. Lots of bleeding, cramping, clotting. The more you eat things that bleed, the more you'll bleed. Period. I'm going to say that one more time. The more you eat things that bleed, the more you're going to bleed. So if you're eating beef, if you're eating chicken, if you're eating pork, whatever, you're going to bleed more. Okay? Because you're eating things that bleed. So I charge you to take those things out of your diet and report back to me how your next menstrual cycle is, or your next 2 to 3 menstrual cycles are when you remove the bloody animals, the dead animals from your diet. All right? Or when you join this full body detox program, you remove them from your diet and your next cycle. I always get reports back from detox participants. Oh my God, my cycle since detoxing was completely different. I had less cramps. I had less this. I had less days. Because you are eating less things that bleed. Okay? So we don't want to maintain dis-ease. We want to regenerate the body and reverse dis-ease, because I hear a lot of people saying, oh, I got my diabetes under control. Oh, I got my high blood pressure under control. No, ma'am. No, sir. We don't want to have anything under control. We want to have it eliminated. We want to have it gone, period. We don't want it around. Why do you want it around? The only thing that creates high blood pressure, which a lot of our people suffer with, is high levels of acidosis present in your body. Why would you want that to stay around? Right? Your pressure is going to always be fluctuating up and down, up and down, up and down. We don't want that. No. I've seen people reverse their high blood pressure in less than 72 hours, in 72 hours in most cases, because when you give the body what it needs, it regulates on its own. So I'm very cautious to tell you, when you start my program, make sure that you have something to check your blood pressure, because you don't want to continue to take that pill that's going to lower it because you're eating things that's going to make it rise. And so it's trying to make you balance out. When you do the right thing for your body, your blood pressure is going to normalize on its own and quick. So you take those pills, you're going to do more damage, because now you're going to bring yourself under 118, and that's a problem. 118 on the top, under 60 on the bottom. Okay, so this is where you have to take charge. All right. And I talked about scoliosis the other day. No, not scoliosis. I did talk about scoliosis the other day. And the only thing that causes that curvature in your spine is acid weakening your spinal cord, causing it to bend. This is why you need a detox, so you can strengthen your tissue, so you can strengthen your spinal cord, so you can strengthen everything. Okay? Because that's what happens when you detox. When you detox, you don't just fix one area. Oh, I'm going to work on my diabetes. Oh, I'm going to work on... You don't work on things in isolation when you're healing holistically. You're working to heal all of your body. You're working to strengthen all of your tissues. Okay? That is how that works. You cannot get life from death, so let's stop eating the things that bring that. All right? I also wanted to say, I was talking about sciatica. A lot of people deal with sciatica, which quickly, from the emotional perspective, is hypocrisy. It is fear of money and the future, right? But it's also you consuming things that are high in acid. So when you bring more alkalinity to your body, sciatica goes away. It's your body's call for help. All right. So if you're dealing with sciatica, guess what? Detox is going to help you. I've had one of my clients come on live before and share how detox helped her with her sciatica and her shooting pains, and she was getting cortisol shots and it was doing nothing for her. I was like, you got to stop drinking the coffee. You got to stop bringing in the acid, right? You have to alkalize your body. She's like, I don't think I'm going to last 6 days. I'm like, here's a coffee alternative. That's really a tea, but it tastes like a coffee. You can have this. Stop saying what you can't do and start saying what you can do. Start focusing on your why, on your goals, on the days that it get hard. Why are you doing this? Right? Why are you doing this? You have to have a strong enough why, because on the days that you want to quit and throw in the towel, you need something to reel you back in and be like, oh, forgot. That's my end goal. And that's more important to me than this piece of chicken right now. That's more important to me than this cup of coffee right now. I've had people who reverse their fibrocystic breast, the pain of it, right? Not that it was completely gone, but they no longer felt pain in their breast in 2 days of taking the coffee out of their diet and alkalizing their body with our ULT, Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Kit, or Daily Core 4 Kit. All right? Your food determines your mood. I know a lot of moody people, and they all eat animals or things from the sea, right? Lots of mercury in their body or lots of dead animal protein in their body. You are what you eat. That is not a cliche saying. That is the truth right there. So again, if you haven't watched on Amazon Prime, We Are Eating Ourselves into Extinction, go and watch it. Listen, you will not want to pick up another piece of fish. You will not want to eat another piece of salmon, because I'm telling you, in this country, they market salmon like it is so healthy. It is so good for you. Go watch that film. You have an hour and 20 minutes of your time that you can give up to enlighten yourself about the things that you are bringing into your body and how it is affecting your everyday life, your overall health, because you think it's healthy. Just like Cheerios, what do they market to you? Heart health. Cheerios is the #1 food that has the most glyphosate, which is the herbicide found in Roundup that damages and destroys your gut. Is an antibiotic. What does antibiotic literally mean? Against life. I'm just saying. But it's marketed as heart healthy. So we have to stop being sucked in to all of these marketing ploys. We have to start to become free thinkers. Does that even make sense? How can Cheerios, which are created in a lab, right? Created at a plant, not made from plants, with all of this isolated chemistry, it was created in a lab. How could it be of any nutritional value to your body? And I know I'm talking about Cheerios, but I'm talking about cereal across the board. When we're in the store, my son's like, we don't walk down the glyphosate aisle. He's 9 years old. We don't walk down the glyphosate aisle. There is nothing in that aisle that we can benefit from. Not one thing. Not their candy bars, not their fake, breakfast grain bars, their granola bar, like all of it is trash. And this is why I teach you guys to become avid label readers. You will be like, and my son does it at 9. He picks stuff up. He'll be like, maltodextrin, that got to go back. A lot of people think Trader Joe's is a healthy grocery store to shop at. You better read those labels. When things are in boxes and bags, they usually have preservative. They usually have chemicals. It's not all good. Just saying. I don't want to bust your bubble, but we have to get out of this mindset. I'm going to wait and see. Well, we got to die from something. Like, those are ignorant phrases that really burn me up. They boil my blood, because is that what you think of your health? Delete the wait and see clause from your life and stop saying things like we're going to die from something anyway. We are, but we get to be in control of our quality of life. I don't want to make the money that I make and can't enjoy it because when we go on vacation, I'm hurting, I'm tired, I'm sore, I got chronic fatigue, I'm in the bed. Y'all go have a good time, kids. I'll be right here. What kind of quality of life is that? Or I'm in a wheelchair, or I'm on a walker, that's not a quality of life that I want. I remember that I was recently at a concert and there was this girl who had no she had no muscle in her body. She was like so flaccid, sunk in her leg. She was at the concert. Yeah, she enjoyed the concert, but what kind of quality of life is that? She couldn't stand up and enjoy that concert like I did and move my hands and move my body and sing along with some of my favorite artists. We have to stop saying we're going to die from something. It is ignorant. We have to stop waiting for sickness to invite wellness. And no, everybody doesn't have to be ready all at once, right? To each its own. But when you know better, you do better, even if it's in incremental baby steps. Right? Even if it's just fruit for breakfast, even if it's just 1 or 2 juices a day on top of what you already do, right? But you're adding that to what you already do. So you're giving your body some nutrition that it's not used to having. But you got to start somewhere. Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. And then you're going to wake up one day and you're going to feel like everything is falling apart. I heard people saying it before I turned 40. Oh, when you get in your 40s, everything just falls apart. Oh, when you get in your 40s and 50s, your eyesight. Listen, menopause, cataracts, glaucoma, all of these things, aging, looking old for your age, do not have to become a thing. Go and look and research the countries that have, there's a term for it, I can't even think of it. People who live to be 100 years or older. Somebody, if you know the term, put it in the comments. But study what they're doing in their country. What do they eat? What don't they eat, right? You don't have to lose your eyesight. You don't have to gain weight. You don't have to have swollen limbs and body parts. You don't have to have edema. You want to know what edema is? Your body's holding on to water because it's burning the hell up. It's so hot. The fluids that it's holding on to is trying to cool it off. Yes, thank you, Simone. That is the word right there. Centurions, people who live to be 100 years or older. Thank you for that. Go study what they do, right? They don't do what most Americans do. And somebody just gave y'all a jewel. Look up blue zone areas. They have the most centurions. They got to all be doing the same thing, something similar. They're doing something right. So go study the people who are living long lives. Your doctor is not living past 65, 70 max, but they telling you how to live your life. If I'm trying to live past that, why would I take advice from somebody who I want to outlive? Does that make sense? Go Google that. The average age of a medical doctor. They don't live long because they drink a lot of coffee. They eat a lot of fast food. They don't get a lot of sleep. Their hours are crazy. These are the things that deprive our bodies, and then we expect them to perform optimally. Listen. Okay, am I back? Because it said it paused because of a poor connection, but it doesn't work like that. I guess they don't like what I'm talking about, so they keep trying to pause me, but I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep speaking truth, right? I don't care who's listening. You have to be a free thinker. You have to be a free thinker. It's the only way. Because if we do everything that we're told, if we do what mama and them did, if we eat what mama and them ate, we gonna be where grandmama and them at. Gone. Not here. For the most part, most people's grandparents are gone. And we like to reference that. Oh, what my grandmother ate such and such and such. She grew up on the farm. Is she still here to live to tell her story? Right? Just because they did it doesn't mean that it worked. Another thing I wanted to say, just because you lose weight don't mean that you're healthy. There's a lot of weight loss programs on the market today, and a lot of people, and this is no shade or disrespect, but I'm just calling a spade a spade. And it's a lot of people out here looking like bobbleheads. You're losing the body mass because you're starving yourself of carbohydrates, but that ain't healthy. And that's why you look sick, because you are. We need carbs, the right ones. We are carbon constituents, meaning that we, yes, bobblehead. Their heads are really big, and then they have these tiny little bodies because their fat stores are gone, like their muscle mass and body. It's crazy. Somebody said, my grandma died at almost 101 years old, 2 months shy of her birthday. Oh my goodness. but she lived to be 100. She had to be doing something right. She knew about those herbs. I'm sure she was eating fruit. I'm sure she was eating from the land. I'm sure she was in the sun in the Caribbean. I'm sure that she was out in the elements, getting that fresh air, grounding, being in nature. Okay? That's a huge part of living long, is being in tune with those elements that feed us properly. Period. So that's what I wanted to say. Just because you're losing weight doesn't mean you're improving your health. To the bobbleheads. Because there's a lot of people out there doing this weight loss program, and that's what they look like. They're losing all of their fat stores, all of their body mass. They look crazy. You are starving, literally, by robbing yourself of the carbohydrates you need. Carbs are in fruit. And then that's the other thing. I'm paleo. They told me I can't eat no fruit. You know how many sick paleo people I've worked with? Because they did paleo for 10 years. They did paleo for 5 years. Damaged their guts. Damaged their digestive system. We need fruit. We could survive off of fruit only as humans. Period. And we're out here running from the fruit. We're in fruit jail because there's too much sugar. Like, who we gonna listen to? Like, does that even make sense? So you mean to tell me that the Creator, the Most High, the universe, God, left us these beautiful things that are fed by the sun to sun-fired foods for us to eat and thrive off of? He put too much, or she put too much sugar in them. No, ma'am. No, sir. Let's stop being ignorant and let's start being some free thinkers and get out of fruit jail. Okay? That's what we got to do. Get out of fruit jail because it's not getting us anywhere. We need fruit. It fuels our brain and our body. It helps out the nervous system. It neutralizes acid. It helps us cleanse. It is the number one cleanser. Pulls acids right out. Clean us right up. That's what fruits are. Vegetables are builders. Helps you with muscle mass. Help you with all of the, different things as it relates to your muscles and with building. But fruits are going to clean you out. Do a grape fast. You got issues with your liver? Do a grape fast. Do a watermelon fast. Do a mono fruit fast. Just eat the same fruit. Like, I'm trying to tell you, you have to become free thinkers. Oh, and grape juice, the juice of grape. And we ain't talking ocean spray and Welch's. We talking about real grapes that you run through your own juicer. Nothing like it. Real oranges that you run through your own juicer. Tropicana can't touch it. Okay? Pineapple juice run through your own juicer. None of those pasteurized pineapple juices on the market can touch it. Get to the real stuff. We dropping $600 on shoes and purses and $1,300. I was watching this show on some lady. Oh, my business did well. I bought a $1,350 bag. But let me say go buy a Namaje too. And they're like, a juicer for $400 for $600? But what that bag gonna do for you? Priorities. Priorities. Jacked. Priorities are jacked. Most fruit are seedless now. This is my disclaimer. Yes, if you can find fruit that has seeds, so be it. Go for them. My watermelon, all seeded, right? Make sure of that. But everybody doesn't have access to that. And we don't have the greatest fruit in this country anyway. And a lot of our fruit is already full of pesticides, right? So you do want to shop local. You do want to shop at farmers markets if you can. I just heard that Whole Foods just got busted for saying that their things are farm fresh or from the local farmers, and it was a lie. It was coming from China, right? Marketing again, but this is the thing. You take what you can get. Your body knows what to do with fruit, seeded or not. And I'm saying that because I know from personal experience, people who have healed stomach cancer in 59 days. Some grapes had seeds, some grapes did not. Some grapes were organic, some grapes were not. He healed his stomach cancer in 59 days. So stop being caught up with the seeded versus the seedless and all of that stuff. You get what you can. If you can find seeded and organic, put priority, top of the list. That's what I'm going for. I'm going to spend my money on it. But guess what? If I can't, I can't. The last time I did a grape fast, I found some Concord grapes with seeds. They weren't organic, but I did what I could with the best thing that I had, the options that I had in my area. So let's not focus in on things that we can't control. If we want to control it, let's start growing it. Then we ain't got to talk about what it didn't have, right? Because we're growing it and we know that it's organic and we know that it's seeded because we know that we planted the seed to grow it. And it's a lot of things out here that are hybrids, cross-pollinated. Like we can't get caught up in all of that, but our body does know what to do with the fruit when we get it. It is not the same as eating a mock meat. It's not going to respond like it would to a Beyond Burger. Not going to do it. It's not going to respond like it would to Impossible Meat. Something that comes out of a package, it's not going to respond that way, right? Because it knows what to do with fruit. It computes it as information. It's still full of water. It's still going to hydrate you, right? Yeah, it might be GMO, but sometimes we have to do the best that we can with what we have. Of course, if we can get it, get it. If we can't, we cannot let that trouble us. We don't have the best fruit here anyway. If we lived in the tropics, we would be all set, but we don't if we're here in the States. And it is what it is, period. Okay? But try to shop local. Try to shop at your nearest farmer's market and do the best that you can. Try to get access or membership to a co-op so that you have access to a variety of different fruits, right? I shop a lot of Asian markets and I get the dragon fruit and I get some of the exotic fruit that I can't get in my regular local grocery store because it's trash, right? Terrible. I'm like, some of that stuff I don't even look at, right? But I mean, I've had bags of oranges and I'm like, I spent my dang on money. You dang on right, I'm gonna eat these. Whether I gotta juice them, whatever I gotta do, because it won't be cash in the trash. It won't be that. It will not be that. So let's see. I agree. I know a lady who cured her thyroid cancer with a carrot juice fast, right? And a lot of people will be like, the sugar in carrots, it's a vegetable. And celery can take you but so far, but celery has great benefits, right? So we have to make do with what it is that we have, and let's not look for things to find wrong, to complain about, and let's do what we can do, because I bet you we're going to fare off much better with those things, seedless fruit, than we would putting dead animals in our body. I can guarantee it. Pretty much, right? Dairy is congesting. Meats are highly acidic. Grains are sticky and gluey. That's what got you backed up and constipated and using half the whole roll of toilet paper when you use the bathroom. And this is the other group of people I wanted to talk about, the keto heads. I'm not throwing no shade. Do what you want to do, okay? It's your life. It's your journey. You have free will. But keto is literally cellular starvation because y'all are avoiding carbs too. Cellular starvation. Why would you want to starve yourselves? You could type it in the comments. I'll wait. Because too much protein causes premature aging. That is a fact. And we don't debate facts. Facts are facts. Too much protein causes premature aging. Think of anybody in your family that gotta have meat. Can't live without their wings. Can't live without their pizza. Can't live without their steak. Do they look old? Tell yourself the truth. You can see when people are aging prematurely. On pharmaceutical drugs, smoking, drinking, eating too much protein. We don't require protein as humans unless it comes from plants, not the dead animals who we're getting them secondhand from. Where are they getting it from? From grazing all day on the greens that they eat. Go to the source. Get it firsthand yourself, right? Somebody says, especially in my area, I don't even know what you're responding to, but yeah. Somebody says, I've healed from type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure. Boom. I was only told to eat berries because I have a lot of candida. Listen, Candida does not spread from fruit sugar. It's actually the thing that's going to help you heal. Okay? I don't know if you were on here earlier, but again, at the end of my 30-day fast, full body detox, excuse me, the last 10 days are a fungus and candida and parasite cleanse. You have to stop improperly pairing foods because that's what causes fungus in the first place. Right? And then people who have things like gout is because they've been doing it for so long, and now that they have crystallization and all of this stuff going on, and probably arthritis and all kinds of pains and aches in their body, lots of pain because lots of acid that's hardening, that's turning into crystals. Can you imagine how hard that is, how painful that is? Okay? So berries are great. They're excellent for the nervous system. There's nothing wrong with eating them, but you don't have to stick to just berries. You can eat other fruit. You can explore other fruit. If you have diabetes, you can eat fruit. If it's spiking your blood sugar, you might want to stay away from the citruses, but as your body heals, you will be able to reintroduce those foods. Keto is very dangerous to the heart. Thank you for pointing that out. We are carbon constituents. I'm going to say it again. We need our aminos. Period. And again, just because you're losing weight doesn't mean you're improving your health. Because a lot of people think that. And a lot of people are in the gym and they working out and they doing all this stuff. Listen, low impact, effective walking is good enough for me. Because a lot of y'all don't need to be doing all that strenuous workout in the gym and moving all that. And then how do you feel when you recover? Horrible. In a lot of pain, taking 2 and 3 days to not feel sore. Why? Because you're full of acid. And when you move your body like that, you create what's called lactic acid. So now you have acid on top of the acid that's already present in your body because of your diet. That's why you hurt when you recover. That's why you need to eat more fruit. That's why you need to be on our aminos. So that your recovery time can be amazing. There isn't one. You're going to be like, dang, I ain't even sore. Ooh, I burned through that workout. I didn't even feel like I worked that hard because it's going straight to your tissues and muscles, and it doesn't have to bypass your kidneys or your liver. Period. Got my eyes all swollen eating meat because of mucus. Exactly. Full of mucus, full of acid. Rebounding on a mini trampoline and low impact walking is beyond great. Right? Those are the things that we need to be doing. We don't have to be gym rats. We don't have to be lifting. We don't have to be doing all. Get your body in a space where it's cleaned on the inside and you don't have all of that acid present. And then you can do all of those things that will build uric acid, and you won't have such a burn. You won't have such a hard time recovering and rebounding from the things that you're doing. But I'm not big on a bunch of exercise. If you're coming from being a couch potato, or if you're overweight and you have big thighs and a big belly and big arms, you don't need to be doing all that stuff right away because you're bringing more acid to your body. Right? And then half of these trainers got you on nothing but protein and vegetables, no fruit. That's ignorant. They do not understand the human body. And a lot of people who have these programs where they're personal training and you weight loss and you lost 100 pounds, when you come off that program, you gain all that weight back plus more. Because you didn't eat fruit. You didn't cleanse your body. You didn't do it right. That's not what it needed. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm getting ready to wrap here. Thank you guys so much for being here with me tonight. Lastly, 5 elimination channels. Your kidneys are the main elimination channels that get rid of the uric acid in your body to help acid be gone. Second is your bowels. Moving your bowels helps to clean things up. That is one of the dirtiest areas in your body that leaches toxicity into other areas of your body. If you have fibroids, PCOS, any kind of cysts, endometriosis, and you're in pain in your reproductive area, remember, your colon sits on top of your uterus. If your colon is full of poop, those toxins are leaching out into that area, which is weak for a lot of women. It was passed on as a weakness to you. But you got to understand how that toxicity leaches out to other parts of your body. You want to keep a clean colon. Somebody asked that question. What do you think about colon cleansing? It is a must for complete healing. That is what I think about colon cleansing. It should always be at the forefront. You should always be working to cleanse your colon. This is why you should detox often. So if you guys didn't hear, if you're just joining, we are starting our next full body group detox program next Monday, 1 week from today, May 15th. Full body detox. Get in there. It's time to get in there and cleanse from head to toe. Okay? Let's stop wasting time. Let's stop saying next time. There might not be one. Tomorrow is not promised. We have to stop waiting like as if we have time. Like we don't have all the time in the world. We got to stop waiting for sickness to invite wellness. We got to stop waiting for the waste to accumulate and build up before we decide to do something about it. And then it requires more work because you more deep in ish. Because you just add it on top and on top and on top. And your body has to work so hard to get rid of that waste. Okay? We got to change that. Kayla says, I can listen to you preach all day, waves, rag, and say, preach, sister, like I'm in church. What is it when you're bleeding when you poop? Not good. Could be diverticulitis, could be colitis, could be colon cancer, pre-stages. Nothing to play with, right? Could be hemorrhoids. Regardless of what it is, it's nothing to play with. You never want to see blood in your stool.
How many puffs do you start with the asthma pump?
RJ, give me a minute. I'm wrapping up my life. Excuse me. Goodbye.
Okay.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Rashid. I can wear the green shoes tomorrow.
You see these kids?
Oh my.
He's supposed to be asleep. Anyways, so signs you need to detox plus our spring full body detox program starting next Monday, May the 15th. I didn't want Mother's Day to be an issue, so it starts the day after Mother's Day. But quickly to recap, signs you need to detox: you're in pain, you have allergies, right? You have constipation, eczema, dandruff, skin conditions, digestive issues, bloating, chronic fatigue. You're always hungry, which means you're malnourished. You stay in the pantry, stay in the fridge. You're not nourished. And these are nourishing protocols that you're going to be on in the program. If you have fibroids, PCOS, endometriosis, trouble conceiving, you want to be in this program. You need to clean your body up from head to toe. You need to clean your colon out. I just told you that if you have a colon full of poop, that leaches into your reproductive area because your colon sits on top of your uterus. Okay? So the body can only function as well as you fuel it. What are you giving your body? Are you in fruit jail? Are you running from fruit? Are you running from fruit because it don't have no seeds in it? We ain't got the best fruit here. So do what you can with what we have. Iron-rich foods are going to be in your greens, your dark leafy greens. Okay? Those are all iron-rich foods. Do a quick Google search and find out what those foods are. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, and I want to wrap this video because it's gone over an hour. Coach Jesse says, yes, these are important conversations to have. Thanks, sis, for sharing. We're talking the same language with detoxing. Absolutely. It is the only true and logical way to healing the human body, in addition to giving it the food that it requires for our human physiology. So many people do not know that, and so many people wait for illness to invite wellness. Miss Bev, I can't wait to see you in the program that starts Monday. So make sure that you guys join. Don't wait, because you have to order your kit, right? And it takes about a week for your kit to get here. Even though we can do things until your kit arrives, that kit, that level of macro and micro nutrition is going to change the game. If you weren't here from the beginning, just watch it back. I told my story briefly. But again, let's listen to your body's whispers so you don't have to hear it scream. And we have to take full accountability, because guess what? Disease is not caught. It is created. What is the chemistry that you're bringing into your body? What are you eating? What are you drinking? How many cups of coffee are you having a day? Coffee is a 1 on the pH scale. And if it's not organic, it's full of herbicides and pesticides and other chemicals. If you're eating a bunch of seafood, you probably have mercury poisoning or a heavy metal load that is beyond what you should have in your body. Go and watch the documentary on Amazon Prime, Eating Ourselves into Extinction. Eye-opening, right? Somebody that was on there that I look up to, I'm like, what? You have mercury poisoning? What? I thought he was a vegan, right? But he went back to fish and salads for a little while. Mercury and other heavy metal levels through the roof. Sick as a dog. They were like, no. We need to tell him, get off the stage. We need to talk to him now. That's how much mercury poisoning he had in his body. So we have to be very mindful of how we're bringing toxicity in, and understanding that detox is the only true and logical way to helping your body heal. You got to clean it up. You got to clean it out. You got to eat your fruit. You got to eat your vegetables. You got to stay off the processed, fried, dyed, and laid to the side foods. You are responsible for your body. So I'm going to wrap there. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Until next time, take care of your body so that your body can take care of you. Remember, your health does not happen by chance. It happens by choice. And I'm so excited to see those of you who are in the comments like, I'm ready, I'm in. Come on in. Let's get your kit ordered and let's get started next Monday, May 15th. Do that for yourself. Your yes is powerful, right? Your yes is powerful. It's no joke. When you say yes to yourself, so many other beautiful things will begin to unfold as a result of your yes. So love yourself more. Say yes to the things that you know that you need to do. Stop ignoring your intuition, sis. It's been telling you what you've been needing to do for a while. But the chemical addiction got you coming back, You got to starve that, right? All the people in the comments, I was like, I got candida, I can only do. All of those things can be reversed. Anything created can be reversed. So let's get on this detox. Let's nourish ourselves with the best. Let's do this candida and fungus cleanse, and let's get our gut health restored. Let's do all of the things. Full body detox. All right. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.